Comfort Live Mission and Turning Point. Well, check your time now. Yeah, it's 26 minutes to 7. Yeah, 26 minutes to 7. Yes, I tell you that success seems to be connected with action. Successful men keep moving. They make mistakes, but they don't quit. So learn not to be a quitter. This is Oluyole FM 98.5. You know the way we do it. Thank God it is Friday. Lovely Friday here, like you used to say that Jim Oloyi.
Especially the wicked minds. Oh, let us watch and
Yes, I am comfortable in PDP. Makide meets with Tinubu at Villa.
give me a chance.
Canada adoption, you also want Nigerians to strengthen protection of Christians.
Give me a
And this one says Nigerians cashew export hits $400 billion. More of this on Conversation this morning with Tola and Bimbo. You're welcome.
Yàrá. A tún ti dé o, àrà bàbá àrà nílé akéde Ọ̀yọ́. Èyí àrà náà ni o, ètò tiwa. Lábala àkọ́kọ́, ohun tájọ máa yiri wò rèé o. Nínú kẹ́mi ogun kówó má sí, àbí kówó wà láìsálàáfíà, tàbẹ́mì gígùn gan. Èwo ló dáa jù? Ohun tájọ máa pẹ̀ kẹ́lù ọ̀hún rèé. Lẹ́yìn rẹ̀ ní téńté orí ìròyìn ó tún gorí atẹ́gùn. Tó bá wá di abala kejì ètò níbi tá a ti máa ń gbàlejò. Dókítà Ọláwépọ̀ Tawakalt láwọn máa bá pàdé. Akọ́ṣẹ́mọṣẹ́ nípa ẹ̀yà ara obìnrin àti àrùn jẹjẹrẹ láti ilé ìwòsàn Adé Ọ̀yọ́ ni wọ́n ń bọ̀ wá bá wa sọ̀rọ̀ lórí jẹjẹrẹ ojú ara obìnrin. Irú àrùn wo tàbí àìsàn wo ni wọ́n ń pè bẹ́ẹ̀? Kí sì ni àpẹẹrẹ tóbìnrin ó rí tó bá ti wọlé sára rẹ̀? Ìgbésẹ̀ wo la gbé? Ọ̀nà wo la lè gbà dènà rẹ̀ gan-an? Ǹjọ́ ti ẹ̀ gbọ́ wíwò àbí ò gbọ́ rárá? Àwọn ìbéèrè wọ̀nyí àbómi ìtẹ̀ bá ní ní kẹ́ ẹ béèrè lọ́wọ́ àlejò wa bó bá di Sunday lórí rédíò wa mẹ́tẹ̀ẹ̀ta Olúyọ̀lé FM 98.5, Òkè Ògùn FM 96.3 àti Ajílété FM 92.1 náà ni o. Bákan náà láòtún láǹfààní àti máa wò wá ketekete lórí tẹlifíṣàn ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ àti lórí àwọn àtẹ ayélujára wa gbogbo. Kẹ́ ẹ fi sọ́kàn ìròyìn eré ìdárayá náà sì ní gbẹ̀yìn. Kẹ́ ẹ má gbàgbé yàrá àrà lọ ṣúà.
Yes, another edition of Conversation on Oluyole FM 98.5 right here in the city of Ibadan. And yes, conversation, like you know, is about us dishing out stories, making the rounds, headlines, making the rounds across the country and across the shores of the country, and we giving our own opinions and views about these headlines making the rounds. And of course, we too also allowing you to contribute to our little talk shop on this program via the phone lines when the time comes. Conversation on this program, Bimbo Akombi is my name, and yes, of course, you can also check us up on Facebook. You'll meet us there, bcos.tv. Yes, networking again with Okegun 96.3 FM, Agility 92.1 FM, all on the stables of the Broadcasting Corporation of Oyo State. Once again, the program is Conversation. Yes, some newspapers there with us here in the studio. I have the Vanguard, the Punch, and I have the Nigerian Tribune. I'll quickly read some headlines before we go to the stories proper. Kaduna abduction. United States wants Nigeria to strengthen protection of Christians. Well, I know that Nigerians remember the recent abductions of 3 churches in Kaduna, where about 117 worshippers were abducted. And you will kindly remember that President Trump had warned about Christian genocide in the past few months, where it prodded Nigerian military and the Nigerian government to handle the situation. And yes, and it also promised then, let me say promise, to come into Nigeria to get those vandals, those criminals. And well, the Nigerian government came to light and they acted promptly. But as these events, these actions were being taken, more abductions were being recorded. Well, this headline is here, and well, the Southern Kaduna Christian leaders declared 2-day fasting over safe return of abducted worshippers. Well, God will answer the prayers. I am comfortable in the People's Democratic Party, Governor Makinde, and he has met with President Tinubu at the villa. Over what? We will get to know. And well, I can see the picture of this on the front page of the Tribune. And the United Nations says 35 million Nigerians risk hunger after global funding collapse. Milk, whole bread diets dramatically reduce cholera infections, according to experts. And U.S. raises fresh concerns, tasks FG on stronger action. That is still talking about the Kaduna abductions. That is coming from the Vanguard newspaper. And Akpabio Natasha resume legal battle as Senate President appeals. And also, now from Rivers State, why I declined to constitute panel to probe Fubara. That is according to the Rivers Chief Judge. Kudirat Abiola's murder so many years ago. Supreme Court dismisses case against Major Al Mustafa, that is the Chief Security Officer to former President, late President Sani Abacha. Yes, we'll bring you details of these stories after this short time out. Stay with us.
Conversation.
kí ló dé tó jẹ́ pé ìwọ ló dáhùn ìpè mi.
ọ̀rẹ́ tójú fóònù ẹ̀ dáadáa kó wo ẹni tó pè jàre.
ẹ̀yà àwọn bọ́tìnì orí fóònù yìí ti wẹ́ jù kó rọrùn láti kà. Ọlámídé ni mo fẹ́ pè jàre.
wo ọ̀rẹ́ ó yẹ kó wá lọ ṣàyẹ̀wò ojú ẹ̀ níbùdó ìlera o kó o sì gba ìgò ìríran náà.
máa gbọ́ ìgò ìríran níbùdó ìlera bíi ti báwo.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni tó o bá ti pé ọmọ ọdún márùndínlógójì tàbí jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ wá lọ ṣe àyẹ̀wò ojú ẹ lọ́fẹ̀ẹ́ wàá sì gba ìgò ìríran lówó tí ò gara láwọn ibùdó ìlera tá a ti yà sọ́tọ̀ nítòsí rẹ.
bá a ti ń dàgbà lójú wa nílò àtìlẹyìn díẹ̀ láti ríran kedere yọjú sí ibùdó ìlera kan nítòsí rẹ fún àyẹ̀wò ojú lọ́fẹ̀ẹ́ àti fún ìgò ìríran lówó tí ò gara lónìí láti mọ ìyàtọ̀ pé 0706-489-9614 fún àlàyé síwájú sí àní 0706-489-9614. ìkéde yìí wá látọ̀dọ̀ National Eye, Ear and Sensory Functions Health Program ti Federal Ministry of Health and Social Welfare pẹ̀lú àjọṣe Vision Spring Nigeria. Vision Spring ríran kedere gbé ìgbé ayé àlàáfíà.
The program is still Conversation on Oluyole FM 98.5 right here in the city of Ibadan. Like I said, of course, the constitutors, Okeogun 96.3 FM, Agility 92.1 FM. Now starting with the Kaduna abductions, where something unfortunate happened sometimes last week when 3 churches were raided and some by kidnappers and some 117 worshippers were arrested. The community where the community is there and the worshippers, the Christian society, their community, they said it happened. The police denied. The federal government denied. The local government chairman denied. Later, the police said the churches should bring out the names of those people that were kidnapped because they did not know that they did not have any information that a kidnapping occurred. At the end of the day, the police got a list of those who were kidnapped, 117 people, kidnappers. Some escaped. Yes, some escaped. And the commissioner of police who said there was no no kidnapping, and later relaxed and said they will embark on investigations. Yes, investigations after he has put the cart before the horse. Yes, he made I don't want to say foul words here. It's a statement that even a small kid cannot say and will not say. Now, they now know that, yes, something of such occurred. I know, in my opinion, I know that they know that it happened. But they are trying to be economical with the truth. And they are saying they don't want people to panic. What is, I don't understand that kind of excuse. Well, now, the United States has called on Nigeria to take firmer and more decisive steps to protect Christian communities following the abduction of more than 170 worshippers in Kaduna State, an incident that has renewed concerns over religiously motivated violence in the country. You must remember that it was Donald Trump, through a congressman, that said there was Christian genocide in Nigeria. Christians were being attacked. Well, we at our own end, we always say that it is not only Christians that were being attacked. Nigerians are being attacked. But now, President Donald Trump of the United States is being vindicated here. 3 churches in a day. The abductions which reportedly occurred on January 18, were initially denied, yes, like I said earlier, denied by the Kaduna State government and the police on Monday. However, police authorities later confirmed on Wednesday that the worshippers had indeed been taken. The kidnappers are said to be demanding the return of 17 motorcycles valued at about 28.9 million naira, allegedly seized during recent military operations as a condition for releasing the victims. And speaking at the high-level U.S.-Nigeria Working Group meeting in Abuja on Thursday, United States Undersecretary for Political Affairs Alison Hooker said recent attacks underscored the need for Nigeria to do more to guarantee the safety of Christians and their right to practice their faith without fear. Yes, that is true. President Trump had said that there was Christian genocide, but I still believe Nigerian genocide. Yes, like Tola always says, Christians, not only Christians, Nigerians, yes, Nigerians as a whole, not only Christians, are being killed. Nigerians are being killed.
All right. Nigerians are being killed, Nigerian genocide, and there's not Christian genocide, as Bimbo has said. Right. This one. Well, UN says 35 million Nigerians risk hunger after global funding collapse. So I wonder if we risk hunger without global funding. Don't we have food in the house, Bimbo?
Of course, we have food.
And
we have food. We can produce food.
And in troubled areas, we don't have enough to meet up with their needs, with their demands. I guess the UN is referring to the troubled parts of the country, the conflict-ridden parts of the country. Those areas where people are not able to go to the farm to produce their own food. But it worries me that we are also not strong or buoyant enough agriculturally to meet up with the needs, to meet up with the interventions, required interventions to meet the needs of these people. Let's see what it's all about, Bimbo. It's on page 31 of the Nigerian Tribune. Nearly 35 billion Nigerians are at risk of hunger this year, including 3 million children facing severe malnutrition, the UN said on Thursday, following the collapse of global aid budgets. And that's from the, well, basically the Americans are the ones that they are giving us arms and ammunition, but they are cutting food aid. That's interesting. Speaking at the launch of the 2026 humanitarian plan in Abuja, UN Resident and Humanitarian Coordinator Mohammed Malik Fall said the long dominant foreign-led aid model in Nigeria is no longer sustainable and that the country's needs have grown. Okay, we have continued, we have failed to, like I said, internally we have failed to meet up while foreign countries continue to give us aid, and so our needs have continued to grow, and then the foreign aid model is no longer sustainable. Conditions in the conflict in Northeast are dire, Fall said, with civilians in Borno, Adamawa and Yobe states facing rising violence. A surge in suicide bombings and widespread attacks killed more than 4,000 people in the first 8 months of 2025, matching the toll for all of 2023, he said. He said the UN can only aim to deliver $516 million to provide life-saving aid to 2.5 million people this year, down from 3.6 million in 2025, which in turn was half the previous year's level. Well, 35 billion Nigerians risk hunger after global funding collapse.
Well, like you said, they keep on supplying us arms. They are not supporting with food aid and food money to improve our agricultural sector. Okay, but of course we have the land, we have the resources. It is our leaders and us that are not putting it to good use.
I know it's curious that northern Nigeria, the most hard-hit area, despite that, they still control the food chain.
Yes, despite the fact that the rainfall pattern there is far much lower than the rain pattern in the southeast and southwest.
Or give it to their governors, people. They massively encourage agriculture. They go from door to door encouraging the youth to participate in agriculture.
Yes.
And I'm sure if not for the conflict, insurgency, terrorism ravaging that region, I'm sure by now they would have gone miles in terms of agricultural production and initiatives to support agricultural development. Well, some of the Southwest states are also coming up. Or your state, for instance, talk about agribusiness and other areas of agricultural intervention.
Yes.
You know, the other time when they threatened the food blockade, they sneezed and we almost caught cold at that time. So, but I guess other states are also meeting up, and we must be able to tap our potential for agricultural self-sufficiency, not just in northern Nigeria, not just in the middle belts, but all over the country. And first and foremost, we must get rid of that root cause of the problem, that which is stopping people from going to their farms, insecurity, these bandits and terrorists. Like I always, we must stop treating them like kings and emperors, and treat them, to use the words of the American President Donald Trump, treat them like the scum that they are. That's what the American President calls them.
Yes. And you know also what puzzles me again about the agricultural sector from the north. Like you said, they supply most of the food items, food materials, in Nigeria. I'm not saying that food items are not being, produced in some parts, other parts of the country, especially the southwest. But they embark on the Fadama, irrigation system of farming, and they are thriving with it. Like you said, give it to the northern state governors. The state governors here, southwest, they are trying to, especially Governor Seyi Makinde.
Okay, Governor Seyi Makinde, when, not that you mentioned him, he went visiting yesterday. He was in Abuja, and his host was Nigeria's #1 citizen, the Lion of Bodilon, President Bola Tinubu. And well, there's a picture speak here, and they looked very happy to see each other, despite what looked like a brewing political differences in the last few months or thereabouts. But well, Mr. President Tinubu, the father, looked quite happy to see his son. Ditto for Governor Seyi Makinde. And well, there were all sorts of insinuations as to the purpose of that visit, that maybe Governor Seyi Makinde was also preparing to jump boats and jump ship and then join the APC. But then he has debunked that. He says, I'm comfortable in PDP. That's coming from Governor Seyi Makinde, and mixed with Tinubu at a villa. The Oyo State Governor Seyi Makinde on Thursday dismissed insinuations that he plans to defect to the ruling party. Now, speaking with journalists after a closed-door session with President Bola Tinubu, the governor said that he was comfortable in the People's Democratic Party, PDP. He explained that his visit to the president has to do with governance issues. He said, the president is the president of Nigeria, not the president of APC, and we are talking about governance here. So I came to discuss with the president on some governance issues, basically. And he went on. Okay, I'm trying to see the rest of that story now. Well, it's supposed to be on page 3 of the Nigerian Tribune, but it's not there. Okay, we'll still come back to that story. But basically, Governor Seyi Makinde has debunked insinuations that he's defecting to the ruling party, and he also hasn't said that he will be defecting to any party. There were also rumors that said that he may that there are overtures to lure him into the ADC.
Yes, that is what I was coming to. That there might be overtures.
Okay, so basically what he has said that his visit was focused on governance matters affecting the nation rather than party political considerations. And he said, he reiterated, he said we are talking about governance here, also as reported by the Punch newspaper. So he has cleared that, and I don't know if he was asked about the insinuation that he may the ADC might be his next destination. I don't know if he was asked that, but that was not reported in the papers. And he didn't say anything about whether he'll be joining the ADC or not. But I guess since he says he's comfortable in the PDP, that means he won't be jumping boat. That means he will not be leaving the PDP.
Yes.
Well, if you are comfortable somewhere, why would you want to leave? Why would you want to leave him? So he's not going anywhere. Governor Makinde is in the PDP, and he says he's comfortable for being in the PDP.
Yes, we'll take this short break. We'll be back.
ìpínlẹ̀ ọ̀yọ́ pé 50 ọdún ẹjú ṣẹ̀kẹ̀rẹ̀ sókè kóró wọyọwọyọ.
ìṣẹ̀kẹ̀rẹ̀ bá ti gbòòrò kó ń ga tẹ̀lé.
wẹ́rẹ́wẹ́rẹ́ ọmọdé àná ti yá àdàgbà náà nù. ètò tí wọ́n wà ní sẹpẹ́ láti ṣàjọ̀dún 50 ọdún ìdásílẹ̀ ìpínlẹ̀ ọ̀yọ́. dídí ọ̀sẹ̀ kan gbáko sí ni bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti monday ọjọ́ 26 oṣù kínní january 26 nípínlẹ̀ ọ̀yọ́ ti máa rọ́kùnkùn kẹ̀kẹ́ nígbà tí gómìnà ìpínlẹ̀ ọ̀yọ́ his excellency engineer olúwaṣeyì abíọ́dún mákindé bá ṣíde àjọ̀dún ní international conference center university ìbàdàn tó bá ti wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti monday ọjọ́ 26 ojoojúmọ́ lakitiyan máa wáyé lóríṣiríṣi lọ́kàn òjọ̀kan títí di february 3rd ọjọ́ 3 oṣù kejì tá a máa káàdì àjọ̀dún lẹ̀ pẹ̀lú àmì ẹ̀yẹ fọmọ ìpínlẹ̀ ọ̀yọ́ 50 tí wọ́n fakọyọ jùlọ tó fi mọ́ ìmọ̀rírì ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn gómìnà tẹ́lẹ̀ nípínlẹ̀ ọ̀yọ́ abẹ́ẹ̀gbọ́n ayẹyẹ 50 ọdún ìdásílẹ̀ ìpínlẹ̀ ọ̀yọ́ ó máa láti kẹ́ èrò pó èrò ọ̀fà ẹ wá bá wa ṣàjọ̀dún 50 ọdún ìpínlẹ̀ wa.
èyíkéyìí ọkọ̀ tó bá ń wà. ó nílò ààbò tó péye. máa dágunlá jẹ́ kó jẹ́ mobile. níbikíbi tó bá wà lọ fún ojúlówó. bóyá sọ pé. jẹ́ kó jẹ́ mobile. mobile ní ìṣúlẹ̀ ọjọ́. jẹ́ kó jẹ́ mobile.
lọ pẹ̀lú ojúlówó.
jẹ́ kó jẹ́ mobile.
Hello.
Olumide, why you dey answer the phone now?
Oh boy, look again, make you see who call you.
Chai! Omo, this small text no easy to read again, no. Now Olamide be one call.
E be like Satan don reach for you to enter one health outlet. Make dem help you check your eye o. Make you go also arrange reading glasses.
Reading glasses for health outlets?
Well, if you don reach your past 35 years, you fit get free vision screening and reading glasses wey dey affordable for some health outlets wey near you.
As we don dey age, our eyes need small support to take dey see well. Enter any health outlet wey near you for free eye check. Come get reading glasses wey dey affordable to take dey see well. Green us for 0706 489 9614 for more information. Na 0706 489 9614. Na the National Eye, Ear and Sensory Functions Health Program of the Federal Ministry of Health and Social Welfare. They partner with Vision Spring Nigeria to bring you this message. Vision Spring. See well. Do well.
Alright, we're back, and it's still conversation on Oluyole 98.5 FM. Well, on matter of ambassadors and Nigeria's envoys to different nations. Well, President Tinubu post Are to USA, OK to France, Darkin Gary to Turkey, and Dalhatu is High Commissioner designate to the UK. So, well, I guess the ambassadorial list now. People have now been deployed to different countries, and then, well, I don't know exactly why it took this long.
Yes.
And I had a guest on my program Satellite yesterday afternoon, Barrister Big Adelowo, erudite legal practitioner and public affairs analyst, and then he said one of the reasons we got into so much trouble with the Americans and the American president was that we didn't have an ambassador in the UK who could have managed that situation
yes.
when Nigeria was accused of sitting by and allowing Christian genocide to fester. Said if we had an ambassador, he could have handled the case, and we would have had to give $9 million lobbying contract to a U.S. firm to lobby the American government to convince them that the narratives of Christian genocide was not real, rather Nigerians that have been killed. So, well, now we do have an ambassador to the United States, and wish him all the best in his task, because he does have a very big task ahead of him.
Yes.
Someone did say that, okay, I think it was Mr. John now that said that we are having a reprieve, a kind of reprieve from the Americans now, because the American president has enough to chew on at the moment, that he doesn't have our time now, but very soon he will have our time and he will come back to us.
Yes.
So that's why I said Ambassador Are has quite a lot to do.
Yes,
and in fostering good relations between us and the Americans. It's still cordial. At least they're still helping us militarily. They're still they're still supporting us in our fight against terror. And this time around, we must justify the support they have given to us, because just that is part of the justification that oh, what have you done with everything, all the aid we've been giving you all this time, so that you have allowed Christians to continue being killed. So as long as we don't give them more excuses, I don't think they will have any reason to stand and ride roughshod over us.
And I hope that Ambassador Are, well, we want to congratulate him. I hope, and like you said, he has a big task ahead, and one of the tasks, he should not allow himself to be bullied. You know, he's already in the doorstep, in front of the doorstep of President Trump.
Bullying and but then what he should just do is that he should just be the good boy on behalf of Nigeria, so that Mr. Trump would be at bay, and then he wouldn't, like I said, he won't trouble us again.
Well, Akpabio and Natasha, the Senate President, and the member Natasha, Akpoti Natasha, they are in the news again. The legal battle, that was ongoing now, that was on then, has resumed, and the Senate President has appealed again. The legal fight over Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan's suspension has intensified, with Senate President Godswill Akpabio heading to the Supreme Court to challenge previous lower court's decision. Court documents cited by the Vanguard in Abuja yesterday revealed that the Senate President has filed a motion before the Apex Court seeking to regularize and sustain his appeal over last year's Senate decision to suspend Akpoti-Uduaghan, who is representing the People's Democratic Party Kogi Central. The appeal at the Supreme Court lists Senator Akpabio as the appellant, while the respondents include Senator Akpoti-Uduaghan, the Clerk of the National Assembly, the Senate, and the Chairman of the Senate Committee on Ethics, Privileges and Public Petitions, Senator Nida Imaswen. And the dispute originated from events during a plenary session of the Senate in February 2025, when Senator Akpoti-Uduaghan raised issues bordering on parliamentary privilege and alleged procedural irregularities. Tola, I believe there is more to it than what we are saying here. More to it, yes. There are some things happening, or that has happened underneath, that we don't understand. I don't think it does not have to take this long to resolve this issue.
I thought it was over. I thought they had settled out of court, especially with the resumption of Senator Akpoti-Uduaghan.
They have not settled. That means there is more to it than that. Yes, there is.
On Rivers State now, update on the travels of Governor Fubara. Say Fubara's impeachment, Chief Judge rejects request to constitute panel, cites court order. Rivers State Chief Judge, Justice Simeon Amadi, has declined request by the Rivers State House of Assembly to set up a panel to probe the state governor, Simeon Fubara, and his deputy, Professor Ngozi Odu. The Chief Judge, in a letter to the Assembly and addressed to the Speaker of the House of Assembly, Martin Amahude, explained that he could not set up the 7-man panel requested by the House to investigate the governor and his deputy, Professor Ngozi Odu. The Assembly had on Friday, January 16, 2026, after initiating impeachment proceedings against Governor Fubara and his deputy, requested the State Chief Judge to constitute a 7-man panel to investigate allegations of gross misconduct against Fubara and Odu. However, Justice Amadi, in the letter dated January 20, 2026, acknowledged receipt of the Assembly's resolution, but noted that a subsisting interim injunction from the State High Court Oyigbo Division restrained him from receiving, forwarding, considering or acting on any request, resolution, articles of impeachment, or other communication aimed at constituting such a panel. He said by the direction of parties and the court have to await the outcome of the appeal. The letter read in part. Fubara's impeachment Chief Judge rejects request to constitute panel, cites court order. Now, regarding Mr. Fubara versus members of the State House of Assembly, well, and then, of course, by extension, it's a strange political godfather, Mr. Nyesom Wike, the FCT minister. Well, we had all been blaming Mr. Wike and the lawmakers that they should at least give the man some reprieve. If they don't want him to have a second term, why not let him conclude this term and give him a safe landing? And we said, after all, the man had been a good boy, and we are doing. But I read a piece, I think, from one of the lawmakers explaining exactly what was happening. He said that clandestinely and covertly that Mr. Fubara was going back on much of the agreements, but like I said, he was doing this clandestinely and covertly in a way that people would not know. He was putting fire under the babariga of the lawmakers secretly. Then he would come out and play the victim, as if he was the victim, whereas the lawmakers are trying to say that they are exactly the victims, they are the actual victims in this matter. If we look at it from the point of view of the fact that there was an agreement, a gentleman agreement between the lawmakers, Mr. Wike, something that was midwifed by the president, though not official. So, and that Mr. Wike, Mr. Fubara has reneged on many. Covertly, he has reneged on many of these agreements, and that whereas giving the public the impression that they are the villains, and that is why they want him out. So, well, I don't know, but it looks like Mr. Fubara is still fighting back, though very indirectly. And like before, he has not been saying anything, he has not been talking.
I remember. I think part of the agreement was that it should not disclose that 600 billion naira. 600 billion. Billion
well, that wasn't part of the agreement actually, but then Mr. Wike, for reasons best known to him, was just not happy.
He was not happy. He was angered, really angered.
And then part of the grouse of the lawmakers, I think there are certain things that they are entitled to, or that they think they are entitled to. That the governor has not been forthcoming, and they were very angry when they approved them. Was it 100,000 naira each for them now? For was it to celebrate Christmas? And the lawmaker said that was an insult. Well, I also think but then if I say I know, I'm sure where all this is going, well, I would be lying, Bimbo. I'm not very sure how this is going to end. But it doesn't look very good for Mr. Fubara. But then, like I said, I'm not very sure how all this is going to end.
Now, Tola, there's this interesting story that is coming from Ogun State now. Yes, talking about oil. I did not know that oil had been discovered in Ogun State.
The water side.
Water side there. Now, President Bola Tinubu has finally approved the commencement of commercial oil drilling at Tongeji Island in Ekpokia local government area of Ogun State. And Governor Dapo Abiodun disclosed this yesterday while receiving the flag officer commanding Western Naval Command, Rear Admiral Abubakar Abdullahi Mustafa, alongside senior officers of the command during the courtesy visit to his office in Okemoson, Abeokuta. And the governor also revealed that the president had approved the immediate takeoff of the Oluyole Deep Seaport project located in Ogun Waterside local government area, describing the decision as a major breakthrough after years of anticipation surrounding the multi-billion-dollar port project. And of course, Abenu said that both projects were of special interest to President Tinubu, noting that while the Oluyole Deep Seaport will significantly decongest the Lagos port, commercial oil drilling would significantly, the commercial oil drilling at Tongaji Island would also, let me just go through this a little bit further. Yes, it's saying that both projects were of special interest to President Tinubu, noting that while the Oluyole, I said that earlier, I'm trying to get to the root of this story here. And yes, it further said it will promote the inclusion of economic empowerment for residents of the coastal communities. And yes, let me quote him here. Let me share with you that Mr. President has approved the commencement of the commercial oil drilling operations, at Tongaji. And he added, anyway, that the President had specifically directed the construction of the port should be far advanced between now and next year, stressing that the project presents a strong opportunity to decongest the Lagos ports. And it goes on and on and on. Well, it is it is an advantage to the Ogun State government now, and I'm sure it will also, give the Lagos State government too an opportunity, at least, to get some kind of assistance.
Well, all drilling at Ogun Waterside, and I hope this will be of benefit and not a cost to the host communities, because as we speak, there is no host community in Nigeria. I mean, talking about oil drilling and oil exploration, there is no host community that has not regretted the coming of the oil multinationals to their community. Petroleum has been a cost to them rather than a blessing. And that's why we have all this agitation. So I hope it won't be the same old story.
Even solid minerals too, the minings and so on.
And that the communities will not start killing themselves.
Yes. We'll take this break again. We'll be back.
We're back. We open the phone lines.
Any motor where you dey drive, you need confirm protection, no, for your engine, no. Get make a mobile, make it mobile, oh, make it mobile. Anywhere you dey, your motor deserve to be #1, yo. Make it mobile, oh, make it mobile. You carry the go, make everybody join me, say, make it mobile.
Make you go with the best.
Make it mobile.
Hello?
Olumide, why are you answering the phone?
Check again and see who you called.
Hey, small letters are not easy to read, you know. I wanted to call Olamide.
I think it's time for you to go to a health outlet to check your eyes and get reading glasses.
Health outlet? For reading glasses?
Yes. If you're 35 years or older, receive free vision screening and affordable reading glasses at designated health outlets near you.
As we age, our eyes need a little support to see clearly. Visit a health outlet nearby for a free eye check and affordable reading glasses today to see the difference. Call 0706-489-9614 for more information. That's 0706-489-9614. This message is brought to you by the National Eye, Ear and Sensory Function Health Program of the Federal Ministry of Health and Social Welfare in conjunction with Vision Spring Nigeria. Vision Spring. See well, do well.
All across Nigeria, one truth prevails. Football is not just played on the pitch. Arguments fly, tensions shift like defenders on the pitch. And when the ball finally enters the net, that is the 12-player full attack mode. 11 players play on the pitch, but we, the fans, play from anywhere.
With Betano, fans don't just watch the match, we influence the game. Register now and join the 12th player. Betano, not for persons under the age of 18. Bet responsibly.
Right, we're back and there's still conversation on Oluyole 98.5 FM. Nigeria's cashew export is $400 million. That's as President Tinubu seals deal with Shell to unlock job forex flow. Right, let's open the phone lines and we have our first caller here. 070-5555-1985.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Angwere.
I'm Alex Angwere.
Good to have you.
I thought they were doing battle with Madagascar. But they're advancing to the same battle. You know, they don't do that. Kidnapper not do that. Corruption not do that. That battle. You should go and bring the chef, the chef, and support him demand. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Angwere. Also,
hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Mr. Atola, Mr. Bimbo.
Good morning, Mr. John.
John calling from Ilori.
Good to have you,
I would like to advise the CAN or PSN or whatever they call some of these religious body. Maybe for the meantime, instead of running to US to report, maybe for the meantime, all these vulnerable area, they should at least talk to the pastors there to at least stop worshipping together in order to avoid mass kidnapping. That's the reality on ground. They should talk to them. Maybe they should just stop gathering for worship for the meantime, because those places are just too vulnerable. Mr. Tola, Mr. Bimbo, as a citizen, yesterday, I called a former goalkeeper of Ranchers Beach of Kaduna, whose village was not too far from Oluyole, that place that the incident took place. And I put the bill that he should go. I want to have it for some information. Mr. Tola, Mr. Bimbo, I have the recording and the video recording with me in case anything comes up. The guy went there, the man went there, and I was lucky to speak with one of the villagers. Now, why am I saying that the CAN in the north should suspend any church activity, any gathering is this? I find when I was speaking with the man told me that a week before this mass adoption, they kidnapped 3 people in that village. What happened is that the villagers gathered money for the bandits. Then those 3 people were released. I said, why don't you report to police? He said, there is no police station. There is no school. There is no health care. There is no water in that village. I said, how do you survive? He said, they only come during election, and that is the end. Nobody visits them again. So now, what you are saying is this: there is no government present in any form. I said, the only school, the video is with me, the guy went there and video it, it's not even bushy. The only school that existed in that environment has been shut down 7 years ago. He said, these people, after they gathered money and they released those 2 people, 3 weeks after, they came back and told them that they had some machines in the bush, some motorcycle in the bush, and 8 of those motorcycles were stolen. And they said they are coming for them, and they eventually came and did that. 100. I said, how many people are missing? I said 166. Said 166 are people that are missing. So no single police post near them, no water, no health care center, no school. What the government of each state, they should stop developing state capital and move to all this urban area. Because when you abandon this urban area, these terrorists, at the end of the day, take over that place. And the man don't want to say some things, and there are some things I don't want to say on air. Do you know most of the these bandits also help them in those villages? Taking them to health care center when anybody is sick? Because by the fact that those never came to them and said their machine is missing, that means they know each other. Those people cannot just hide them away. It is sad and unfortunate. I think they should just stop from church service in those vulnerable areas. Enjoy your day, sir. Good morning.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. And there's a senator and the House of Representatives member in charge of that area. Like the villagers said, they only see them when it's election time. It's not too difficult to cover when it's election time. But after elections, it becomes, oh, Nigeria is too vast, Nigeria is too big, the terrain is too harsh. But it's never too hard for them to get there when it's election time.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Look at what Mr. John just said just now. If what has been happening in those other places, how can you rate a government, I mean, in performances, for you to now concentrate your governance on the capital city? And it's not only capital city, it's everywhere, every state in the federation, even including here in Nigeria State. You will abandon some places, and whenever people queue behind these people, this man is doing well. I just wonder why people who have not given you education. Now, a place there have been no school, there have been no hospital, there is no security. Now, you want to now tell the hello?
I'm with you.
Okay. A place that you know provides school, you know water, no electricity. Now you want to put security there. Security will not be there now because it should be the when things are working. When things are not working, you go to security officers will go there. These people will only rely on tax and all that. And people queue behind that sleep. Seneca is performing. I just look at people they call leaders in this country. They are not patriotic at all. It's one measure of representative, federal, and both state and federal, and senators, and they might have a commissioner there too, and the governor, and all of them. Now, people seem to just catch themselves from anything that is they will not be able to get something from. I think it is control. Then on the issue of Tongeji, do you know, Mr. Thomas, that Tongeji island is more of Benin Republic than Nigeria. But Nigeria is using it. Why? Power. Because we can muzzle our way. Because if this wants to be proved truly, it's more of Benin Republic because on the island is closer to Benin Republic. But we have more clout to take it. So thank you. Because I know the place, but that's why I'm telling you. So thank you.
Yes, thank you very much for that information. Now about two more calls now here. One here.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
It's
Robbie, sir.
God will bless you, sir.
Amen.
Every house built on lies, deceit, can never stand. This country is built on lies, deceit, and it's only God that will make us to stand. Look at what happened in Kaduna. The state governor, the local government concerned, and the police command, they are now image makers of the federal government. Only they want to receive kudos from the federal government for hiding the truth. You remember in the early 80s during the Adini saga, they robbed one bank in Nagbo, in the Dembende state. And everybody believed that Adini was invincible then. The bank, they started the waste 3.7 million naira, and the bank manager manipulated it. He said it was 5 million naira. The following morning, when Anini and his gang threatened the bank manager, he said it was an error of omission. That bank manager was immediately sacked. In a normal climb, the state governor, the local government chairman, and the area command should be sacked. If truly we want to build this country on the foundation that will stand, we need to be truth. Why are the people so lying? Why would they take interest in lying? God bless you, Mr. Dola.
Thank you very much. Amen.
Thank you.
Yes, one last call here before we leave. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
am Ademola from Ibadan.
Good to have you, Mr. Ademola.
And this security, another. The U.S. and some countries want Nigeria to strengthen protection. The U.S. and other countries want Nigeria to strengthen protection of Christians. So Nigeria is protecting Christians, protecting Muslims and others. And it is said some people are killed. So Nigeria is concerned. And the security agencies have been addressing insecurity. This is because some people are threatening people and some communities. So safety is top priority. So the security agencies should continue. And the U.S. also should continue to partner. And that will constantly place people above criminals. And on this food sufficiency, and is it...
Oh, I'm so sorry, Mr. Ademola, that's from your end. Our check time is 7:30 and we have to go. Been an interesting time on conversation, and we'll be back same time tomorrow morning, God willing. My name is Tola Teriba.
And my name is Bimbo Akambi. And yes, tidbits it up, sports, to be easier. And he will giving us today's fixtures that is talking about League One, Bundesliga, Serie A, La Liga, CAF Champions League, and results of the Europa League. Of course, yes, he has all those full details with him. And yes, how prepared is the Super Eagles? Yes, how prepared are they for the qualifying campaign of the AFCON 2027? Toby, you are welcome to the program.
Yes, thank you very much, and good morning, sport fans. Another time right here to talk sports on Oluyole 98.5 FM.